Hi everyone, welcome to ZyNerd's NEET PG 2024 Info Guide series. Kerala had released their prospectus 2 days back or so, and we'll be looking at the Kerala PG Medical Counseling prospectus. The registration has not started, and this is not the final prospectus as well as what we assume. This is shared in the DME portal, but there will be one shared in the CE Kerala portal as well at a later point in time, which will be the final one along with the dates, GOs and everything. May not be much of changes, but just for the on a regulatory perspective. Now, what we'll be looking at is the eligibility for the counseling, the application process, the certificates required, round-wise rules. Kerala had a lot of confusion last year regarding the round-wise rules. One, with respect to the changes that All India made, round 1, round 2, round 3 upgradation, Kerala had to accommodate that, but they were pretty late in adjusting to that. After candidates representation, they had to do that, and there was a lot of confusion, giving us different tables, changing it, etc. in the prospectus last year. So this part we will be taking it up. Even in this year's prospectus, they have not come up with anything in detail, but we will take you through that as part of our if you're a subscriber, you will have that round-wise rules. We are running a series of round-wise rules over the next few days. You will have that as specific exclusive videos. So this is not also mentioned in this year's prospectus in detail, but there are some indications that we will also take you through. The choice filling and allotment rules, joining, upgradation and exit rules. As far as Kerala is concerned, the choice filling and allotment rules need a bit of, basically the choice filling rules need a bit of rethink. Just hold on. So what is very critical is Kerala has a application form filling process only once in round 1. Round 2, they do not call for fresh applications. Second, option filling, which is basically choice filling, is the term used out in other states. Kerala and Karnataka use the term option filling. So when you are filling your options, the seat options, you do it once in round 1, and in round 2, which seats are available, which options are available, Kerala has a slightly different rule. It is not fresh choice filling like All India. First step is to understand that it is not fresh choice filling. I cannot fill all the choices, but I'll understand the rules of choice filling or option filling of Kerala and then take a decision. Kerala has a single counseling for all the seats. We'll come to that eligibility part. Kerala is not an open state, which means there are no management quota seats or a set of seats from private institutes which are available for all candidates across India. They have an eligibility criteria. Only those candidates can participate in for the government and private institute seats. Only NRI seats are open for all. If you are an NRI, then from any state across India, you can participate in Kerala. Otherwise, you will have to fall within the eligibility criteria. We'll look at the basic set of seats that are available. 50% of government medical college seats in Kerala, 50% of minority medical colleges in Kerala, non-minority medical colleges, and 50%, all the non-minority medical colleges in Kerala and all the minority medical colleges in Kerala, private institutes. Kerala has one deemed university, Amrita, which the seats of which are allotted under the All India counseling. So if you're looking at Amrita Kochi, All India counseling it is. The private institutes of Kerala, every seat is allotted in Kerala, and Kerala is not an open state. The number of minority colleges are high in Kerala, Christian minority and Muslim minority colleges, and this is one of the states where NRI seats also have minority reservation. NRI Christian minority and NRI Muslim minority. And there is a lot of confusion on the minority categories too. If you call us, we will also clarify that. NEET PG percentile related eligibility, the eligibility is pretty straightforward. General or EWS candidates are at 50% is the eligibility. General PWD or EWS candidates at 45%, and ST and SCBC, socially and economically backward classes, it is 40%. Let us say you have not applied as OBC, NCL in the NEET PG exam. You applied as general or you applied as OBC, NCL. Whatever it is, this does not matter. In Kerala, if you have an SCBC certificate, SC certificate, or an ST certificate, SCBC certificate, that is sufficient. You will, even if you are above 40 to between 40 and 50%, you will be eligible. This exam-based classification doesn't matter. Even if you applied as general, if you actually come under SCBC, you can apply under Kerala as SCBC. Reservation in Kerala, this is the reservation in Kerala. EWS reservation at 10% is there, and then you have a 27% reservation. OBC reservations equivalent, SCBC it is called, and this reservation exists in Kerala, all the candidates have to produce a non-creamy layer certificate for claiming this reservation. So this is a non-creamy layer reservation. In addition to your caste certificate, you will also have a non-creamy layer certificate. You have SC/ST reservation at 8% to 2%, and you have one seat for ex-servicemen or dependent of ex-servicemen, and you have one seat for dependent of Jawan killed in action. In case you are opting for these seats, you will have to go through the Sainik center at your in your district or in your location, and you will have to get a certificate for this. In case this seat is not available, it will be available under the general category. In case this seat is not available, no candidate is available, then it will be converted to general category. In case no candidate is available under dependent and Jawan killed, then category, then it will be converted to ex-serviceman category. 5% horizontal reservation for PWD candidates. This certificate of disability from the district medical board is to be submitted. There will be for MCC All India counselling, if you are a PWD candidate, then for MCC All India counselling, you will go to the disability centers, 16 disability centers in Kerala, Trivandrum. So those disability centers you will go to get a certificate. That is separate. You will have to get another certificate by the State Medical Board of Kerala for Kerala reservation. So for that you will have to have your documents. It is usually a certificate of disability from the district board. You have to take it. They will announce a time, and then you will have to go there and get your certificates. That will be intimated to you. Reservation, PWD reservation. This special reservation is only for Kerala origin candidates. Okay, and in-service reservation is also applicable. Okay, so in-service reservation is also applicable. There are 10% of seats available under the Kerala state quota. Kerala state quota, out of all the seats, 10% is reserved for in-service candidates, which is further split into MESQ, health services quota, and IMSQ, which is medical services quota, insurance medical services quota, and the eligibility also here. Incentives for HSQ, up to 30% marks as defined, they have an incentive. So if you are an in-service candidate, you would be aware of the rules. Otherwise, you can always call us. Christian minority reservation exists in private medical colleges. This is equivalent to management quota seats, which is around 17.75 lakhs or so in Kerala. In addition to that, if this is an additional eligibility. In Christian minority institutions, you have Christian minority seats, which provides an advantage for Christian minority candidates. Same with Muslim minority candidates. And you have common NRI seats, any NRI is eligible, and then Christian minority and Muslim minority NRI seats also available over here. What is the eligibility criteria? Who is eligible for Kerala? Kerala is one of the states like Tamil Nadu, which also has MBBS based eligibility and origin based eligibility. One, candidates who have completed MBBS, we'll look at this first. If you have any of the medical colleges in the state of Kerala, if you have completed MBBS, irrespective of whether you are Kerala origin, I have completed MBBS from Government Medical College, Trivandrum. Okay, but I am from Tamil Nadu or Andhra Pradesh. Then you are eligible, but under the open category. Kerala got the open category, state merit. Only this set of seats you will be eligible for. But in case you are an Indian citizen of Kerala origin, anywhere MBBS, you might have done your MBBS from Karnataka, but you are Kerala origin. How is Kerala origin defined? Either you were born or brought up in you are born in Kerala, or your parents were born in Kerala, or you are a native through other means. That if you are able to get a certificate of that extent, then you can claim Kerala origin even if you are an MBBS from another state and be eligible for the government seats, also eligible for reservation. Foreign medical graduates, I studied MBBS somewhere abroad, but I was born in Kerala, or my father or mother was born in Kerala, then you will be able to get you will be eligible for the state counselling of Kerala. So that is, hope that is very clear. We will come into NRI quota, and then we will look at the application form and how the process is, what are the certificates and documents required. You might have to get it ready now. NRI quota Kerala has a specific reservation. 2 days back, we had unfortunately missed out something over here when we on call for a student, but fortunately immediately we were able to sort that out. Sorry if you're watching, but this is the eligibility criteria. Candidate should be NRI, or if candidate is dependent on one of the below who can sponsor the candidate, like the usual NRI sponsorship. Note first thing, all candidates across India are eligible. There is no limitation in terms of Kerala origin or Kerala MBBS for NRI seats. 1. Father, mother, brothers or sisters, inclusive of candidate's first cousin. Who is the first cousin? So if it can be father, mother, your own brother or sister, real brother or sister is the right legal term used. Then first cousins. First cousin is your father's own brother or real brothers or sisters, son or daughter. Same way your mother's real brother or sister, son or daughters. First cousins in lineage, they are eligible. They are eligible to sponsor you. They can sponsor you. Husband or wife can sponsor you. This is slightly different from the All India rules. All India rules do not allow this, but in Kerala, husband and wife being an NRI, you can be sponsored by them. Brothers and sisters of father or mother, basically real uncle or aunt, your father's real own brother or sister and mother's own brother or sister, inclusive of first cousins of father and mother. This we had confused earlier. So inclusive of first cousins, in the sense your father's first cousins. Who would that be? Your father's father or mother's brother or sister, your father's uncle, real uncle or aunt, and their sons, which means that is a second degree relation. They can sponsor in Kerala. That is something that you will have to be clear about. They will be able to sponsor. Half brother, half sister, adopted father, adopted mother, they are also eligible to sponsor. Now, if they are NRI, they can produce these documents to sponsor. Passport copy and visa attested by the embassy. The timeline should also be, I think, it should not be ending before 6 months or so from the date of when you are producing it, and by the consulate. NARCA Roots ID, this is by the Kerala government, which is for candidates for those who are abroad. Green card, overseas citizen of India card, OCA, if they are OCA, they can sponsor, along with the job clearly mentioned. In case the passport has in case the visa doesn't have the job clearly mentioned, then what you need to do is you will have to get a job certificate from the employer attested by the embassy. You will have to get it from the employer and then the embassy has to attest it. That is a requirement, an additional requirement in Kerala. But you have other options over here. You can see that you can have your NARCA Roots ID and other options as far as producing documents is concerned. Relationship certificate issued by the revenue authorities. You go to the village officer, they will issue a revenue relationship certificate, but ensure that it isn't just mentioning that this is my name, this is my sponsor's name, and the relationship is mentioned as first cousin. That is not how it should be. It's in a table. It should be my father, father's brother, brother's son, and therefore it is a first cousin. That should be line of relationship should be clearly established, not a single box saying that this is my niece. So that has been clearly mentioned, otherwise it will be rejected is what it's mentioned. Affidavit on 200 rupees stamp paper. This is a sworn affidavit, can be done in India or abroad. Usually it is done abroad. It doesn't matter even if you do it in India, that all expenses will be borne by the sponsor, and if you can be notarized by as per the countries, other countries regulations as well. That is also fine. How do you apply? You go into ce.kerala.gov.in. If you are from Kerala and applying for Kerala, this is your website for the next 4 months. Registration, email ID and mobile number. You will start a registration with your mobile number and email ID with basic details, and you save your application number. An application number will be generated. You save that for future reference. Payment of fees is first done. E-challan at post office, we don't know if it still exists. During the registration we'll come to know, but usually everybody pays it online, so that shouldn't matter. And then you fill your application form. First is the registration, you get everything, and then you fill your application form with the communication, reservation, and all the details. Uploading of signature is required. You get 30 KB. They have given the instructions, and all the certificates have been uploaded in PDF. We'll get you the certificates. All of them should be not exceeding 300 KB. So you can start now, get all the certificates converted to PDF format, scan it and convert it to PDF format. As we always say, Google Drive, save every original as a PDF in Google Drive. One-time exercise for the next 3 years. You may not be able to go back to the office asking for originals for anything. So save it in a PDF. Only in-service candidates. For in-service candidates, you have to forward it through the department. Once you print out the application, then it has to be sent to the your department, and they will provide the final information to the to CE. CE will connect with them with the details, and they will provide the final information to CE. So this is clearly prescribed to, and no copies of documents need to be sent anywhere. completely online, none of the copies need to be sent anywhere. In case there is an issue, CE might also get back to you at a later point in time. So they have that flexibility, but do it right the first time. Online uploading, what needs to be done is JPG of your scanned signature and your PDFs of all these documents. Whatever is mentioned over here, saying upload as PDF till possibly 10, these are documents that are required to be uploaded as scanned copies as PDFs. The rest of the documents you need to carry as originals later, at a later point in time, at the time of admission. Not required now, but you can always have them now, get them ready. You have your NEET PG admit card, etc., etc. But these have to be uploaded. We'll go through each document one by one, because this list of certificates, you need to get it ready right away, possibly within 10-15 days or maybe slightly longer if the application form filling starts. Even if it is slightly longer, you will have all the you should have all the documents. If you are from of Kerala origin, why? If you are of Kerala origin, what is the advantage you have? You have eligibility for Kerala counselling first. You also have a community reservation. Then you will be able to get that community reservation as well. If you have done your MBBS in Kerala from other state, you don't get that. So if you are from Kerala origin, you apply as Kerala origin. SSLC, Indian passport or birth certificate. 3 documents they have mentioned. Your SSLC certificate. Usually Kerala has that SSLC certificate with the place of birth. If it is state board, I assume if we are wrong, just correct us. So SSLC or Indian passport obviously has the place of birth, or your birth certificate. Mentioning your place of birth as Kerala is fine. The same document, you are not born in Kerala, your parents were born in Kerala, their documents, any one of these, that is also fine. If you give their documents, then there should be a corroborative certificate. A certificate will shows the relationship between mentioning that your name and your father's name. Any document, your passport is also fine, which mentions your name and your father's name as your passport, or any such document will be fine. So basically, if your father's passport mentions Kerala, as the place of birth, you give it as place of birth proof, and then if your passport has your father's name as mentioned in your father's passport, obviously then you can use that. And or a nativity certificate from the showing either the candidate or parents. If you don't have these certificates, you still by birth can be eligible, provided you have a nativity certificate. It has to be taken from the village officers mentioning that either the candidate or parent was born in Kerala. So, and the self-declaration, if it is required, we'll get back later, not required at this point in time, I guess. For non-Keralites, you're a non-Keralite. How will you be eligible? Because you have done your MBBS in Kerala. Then you have to get a certificate from the principal. Do it now itself. Go to the institute, get a certificate from the principal mentioning that the institute is, you have done your MBBS in Kerala. Now, or an MBBS degree certificate is also fine. You just send across an MBBS degree certificate which says it is the degree certificate of Government Medical College Trivandrum. That is sufficient as well. Nationality proof, passport or voter ID, or if SSLC is from Kerala board, then the nationality is mentioned as Indian. Kerala origin, if you are Kerala origin, the SCBC or your category certificates need to be produced. If you are claiming for concession, there are 2 factors here. If you are claiming reservation under SCBC or OEC categories, then a non-creamy layer certificate is required. If you are claiming a concession in fee, then an income certificate is required. So this is the usual rule, might have slight changes, but that is the usual rule that you can take it as, and then produce those certificates that are necessary. You go to the village officer, they will clearly direct you. Intercaste marriage certificate, and if you are ex-serviceman or dependent of Jawan, then those certificates. PWD certificate, this is at the medical board we mentioned. Minority certificate, if you are Christian minority or Muslim minority, then minority certificate if it is applicable. And this is for private institutes only, no seats in government institutes. Note that there are categories of backward Hindu, backward Christian and Muslim under the government seats itself, or the government quota seats which are available. This is different. This is socially economic SCBC category. You also have AC, Christian minority or Muslim minority seats under private institutes at higher fee structure. This is different. So make the distinction, because this is based on creamy layer criteria. This is pure based on the religious minority criteria. And this is in case fee concession is applicable, it is for children of fishermen, etc. You need this certificate and date of birth proof. So till this you need to upload as PDF. All these certificates you need to upload as PDF. Date of birth proof. If you have your birth certificate, probably many of these get covered as well. And Post that, you get a printout of your application form. First page of the application form needs to be printed out. This is for service candidates. First page of the application form for everyone. MBBS degree certificate or provisional pass certificate, your completion certificates, internship completion certificate, NEET PG admit card, NEET PG scorecard, and your permanent medical registration issued by NMC is required. Now, Kerala State Medical Council registration. This is a confusion that you will have. We will sort out two confusions. One is the Kerala State Medical Council registration confusion. It will mention that a Kerala State Medical registration is required at the time of joining, possibly in later notifications, etc. That is fine. They will allow even if you have a registration from another state and give you 2 months time to change your registration. Most of the queries that we have got is from Kerala, Karnataka Medical Council registration changes. I have got an NOC from Karnataka, I had to apply for Kerala. I studied in Kerala, got a registration, I changed to Karnataka, what to do? Nothing to be done now. This will be accepted at the time of joining, even if it is Karnataka Medical Council, that will be accepted at the time of joining. Later they will give you time irrespective of notifications. If you have a doubt, you can ask last year's candidates. If anybody missed out because they had a Karnataka registration, they will tell you, no, it was accepted. Transfer certificate from MBBS institute. This is not required currently for upload, but at a later point in time, some institutes actually insist, you want to get a transfer certificate from your institute, you can get it, but we would suggest even there will be no stoppage of admissions because of that. So this has to be taken from your MBBS institute. It has to be provided at a later point in time, but at this point you don't need to do anything. Same with eligibility certificate. You don't need to get an eligibility certificate at this point in time. Your admission will be accepted even if there is no eligibility certificate. So these two don't need to worry about. This can be done later, don't need to worry about. And for in-service and the allotment letter has to be taken. This is after allotment, so you can wait for that. Bond needs to be submitted at the time of admission with surety signatures. So Kerala has a 1 year bond, right? 1 year and 50 lakhs bond. You have to serve Kerala for 1 year, else you will have to pay a penalty of 50 lakhs after you complete your 3 years PG. Now, this bond has to be submitted at the time of admission in all the institutes. So you need to get that as well. But you will be given a 7-day timeline after admissions. They'll not stop your admissions because it will be 2-3 days for admissions or 3-5 days for admissions. They'll not stop it, but be ready with that. We look at the fee and penalty clauses in Kerala. Some of the penalty clauses around this timeline, round 2 to round 3, those are not clearly given over in the current prospectus. They have removed the entire set of clauses, the latest prospectus. But so wait for that. We will do a separate session at a later point in time. Now currently, what do you have? The application fee, 1000 rupees you will pay now when you are doing the registration for Kerala, application for Kerala, 500 for SC/ST candidates. Service quotas, candidates, if they are applying only for service quota, then that is fine. If they are applying for the general open government quota seats, then they have a higher fee structure. Another 500 rupees to be paid, online payment. Security deposit before round 1 option registration. When you are starting your option registration for round 1, option is choice filling year. You have to pay 10,000 rupees as a security deposit. But there is a free exit in round 1, which means a free exit in the sense, in case you don't join the round 1 seat in Kerala, you are allotted a round 1 seat in Kerala, you don't join that seat, 10k is not forfeited. This happens in round 2 only, round 2 allotted and you don't join the seat. But the Kerala, the problem is, if you are not, very critical, please note, round 1 seat is allotted in Kerala. Applications happen only one time in round 1. Only with that you can get into the merit list. Later, whether they add in round 3 or not, new applications, that is, we don't know. If cutoff reduction happens, maybe. After applying, you applied, okay, you knew this, you applied. Round 1 seat you were allotted, you did not join. No round 2 for you. That is very, very critical. Please remember that. If you're, it might be free exit, you might get the 10,000 back. That is not the issue. You miss out on round 2, that is a bigger issue. So always fill in a choice that you are eligible for. After this, you may able to go to round 3. That is possible. From round 1, you miss out round 2, you may be able to go to round 3, but round 2, you will not be eligible if you don't join the round 2 seat. So for Kerala candidates, there is a minor difference. For Kerala, Karnataka, we will specifically mention this. For Kerala candidates, anybody who is attending the Kerala counseling, I think it should be up. The difference is that while all other candidates, many other state candidates can go from round 1 to round 2 to round 3 within the state, and also From state round 1, they can move on to all India round 2, correct? And then move on to, so I take a state round 1 seat, I resign the seat and go on to all India round 2, then I can move on to state round 2 for a better seat. This is for other state candidates. But when the Kerala candidate resigns the state round 1 seat and takes the all India round 2 seat, state round 2 is not possible because they have joined and resigned, they are out of this. Their options are out. So that is something that you need to be aware of. Okay, fine. So that is something that you need to be aware of. But you can participate in state round 3. That is a different thing. We'll run a detailed session on that too. Now, this 10,000 that you pay is adjusted to the tuition fee. Let us say you are paying the government fee. Government only tuition fee for government institutes is around 69,470 here, and that you will be able to pay. This will be adjusted and you will pay only 59,470 at the institute. In case it is a higher fee, the 10,000 will be adjusted. Registration for round 3 participation. When round 3 starts, you will pay the entire tuition fee as registration fee. When you participate, when you are going to fill choices, you will pay 69,470 when you are registering for mop-up. In case whatever be the reason, you want to be upgraded or you want a new seat, you will have to pay this amount lesser whatever you have paid as fee. And if you are going to participate in private institutes, 2 lakhs need to be paid as security deposit kind of during the round 3. If you don't join the allotted seat, this money you won't be getting. So basically that security deposit of 10,000 is still for the round 2 majorly. If you don't get it allotted and you don't join, you miss that. For round 3, the security deposit is either the government fee or the private institute 2 lakh fee. So if you once you pay that, you won't be once you pay that, if you are allotted and you don't join, you won't get that back. Fee structure 69,470 for government institutes. RCC Trivandrum alone for their courses have a 3 lakh fee structure. This amount is to be paid at the allotted institute. Let us say you pay an amount of 69,470 in the first allotted institute. Then during round 2 you get upgraded. You don't need to pay another fee if you are joining a government institute. That is not required. In case you are allotted a private institute at 17.5 lakhs, okay, I think it is 17.6 lakhs, okay, then you will pay 17.6 lakhs minus whatever 69,000 you paid over here earlier. The differential amount needs to be paid at the new institute. Tuition fee for private institutes, this keeps changing every year by around 5% or 3%, I think. That change has not come out yet. We'll update it in the portal. That is why we wait. We put up 2023 minimal changes, you will not be able to see. So you will not be able to know which one is 2023-24. Before round 1, we completely updated in ZyNerd. 17.61 was last year's fee for clinical seats. For this is the general general management equivalent quota. Non-clinical seats is around 10.69 lakhs and NRI is around 37 lakhs. Usually only clinicals are there in NRI. There might be a 5 lakh payment that needs to be paid as DD to CE Kerala. Whether they have removed that from this year, we'll have to check and let you know. As in basically among this, within this, a 5 lakh needs to be paid to CE Kerala and then the rest to the institute was the rule earlier. But whether they have taken away this rule, we'll have to check. When is the penalty? Till round 3, the penalty may not be huge. In round 3, we know if the candidate does not join, the candidate loses the 2 lakhs or 69,000 amount. Correct? But in round, after the stray round, if the candidate leaves after a joint seat, after the start of the stray round, you joined in round 3, you are not eligible for stray round. In case you resign that seat after the start of the stray round, that date will be given. You will pay a penalty of 50 lakhs. So be very clear about that part. And you are also debarred from 2 years for 2 years from PG medical counseling. So that is pretty much, you can ignore this part. This is not the current rule. So that is pretty much what we have. Finally, on the service bond, 1 year 50 lakhs for all those who come through all India quota and state quota. Sureties, 2 sureties can be parents or guardians and signature to be attested by a gazetted officer. Service bond for in-service candidates 10 years or till the end of superannuation, whichever is earlier. And penalty is salary paid by during the course. The penalty over here for this service bond, 1 year or 50 lakhs penalty, that will also include the stipend. So the penalty doesn't include the stipend bond. Sorry about that. This is the service bond penalty, which is 50 lakhs. In case you discontinue the course halfway through, after the deadline, there is a 50 lakhs penalty plus the stipend paid is to be refunded. So 1 year later, if you discontinue, also that stipend needs to be paid. This is for discontinuation. This is service bond has a 50 lakhs penalty only. And stipend first year, this has increased a bit. We have put in the revised numbers. The exact numbers we will get back. It is 56k, 58k, 60k, slightly higher, maybe plus another 1,000 rupees or somewhere in between. This is based on the recent information. Basically, after the hike in July or June, I think we are collating all the information. This will also get officially the GUs and everything officially, and get you this year's information, because there is always a minor increase year on year in Kerala, the usual increase. There is a representation for higher increase too. This is the same for All India Quota and Kerala Government Quota. So All India Quota and Kerala State Government Quota. So we'll look at queries now. Okay, so the first query is what is a self-financing medical college? So I'll tell you one difference, major difference in between a self-financing medical college and a government medical college, which is in a form that is relevant for you. Tamil Nadu, AP, Telangana, Kerala. They call private medical colleges under the government university as self-financing medical colleges. These are private colleges, no other difference. It is a term used in these states. For your reference, for the counseling, there is no other difference. Self-financing is a private medical college. Under these states, that is the term that is used, no other difference. That is pretty much, I think, we have we do not have any queries as of now. So we'll skip this. This video will also be available. If you're looking at certain specific information on Kerala, round-wise rules, we'll be updating that. That is a big chunk which we are posting for later, because the prospectus can change and the notifications of last year were confusing. For Kerala and all other states, we'll be taking it up later as the counseling starts. It will be available for the subscribers in our group too. Any queries, you can always call us. You can always join us in the Telegram groups for subscribers if you're a subscriber. We also have got the comments section going. You can respond back to any particular post on any queries or clarifications on that particular post. We will be responding till the next post come in and the discussion dies down. We will be responding to you on that as well. You can always call us for support too. Thanks a lot for watching. We will intimate you when the Kerala counseling starts. Any queries, you can also post in this video. We'll try to answer that. Thank you.